Hello, my name is Anneshia Freeman. I'm also known as the Locksmith because I make keys for locks in the mind. I'm a master's level therapist and my specialty is cognitive restructuring, meaning I introduce people to dysfunctional, unconscious beliefs that make decisions for them without their conscious awareness. Today I want to talk to you about the belief, don't make waves. Now remember, this is an unconscious belief, and it's usually programmed into a person's mind during the formative years by how he or she is treated or by what he or she observed. Or should I say or, because it can be implanted through both methods. So say, for example, if a child is raised in an environment in which he or she was physically, mentally, or emotionally abused, and that child was not allowed to ask questions, to complain, or say anything to anybody about what was happening, then the belief don't make waves was instilled. Because if the child did say something, it made the situation worse. That child may have also been in an environment in which he or she observed one adult mistreating another adult. And if the adult being mistreated said anything or complained, it made the situation worse. So via those two methods, the belief don't make waves was implanted. In adulthood, if there's been no intervention, if there's been no cognitive restructuring, the belief is still there. But remember, it's unconscious. A person wouldn't walk into a room and say, hello, I struggle with the belief, don't make waves, meaning I have an internal mute button that can be activated by certain facial expressions, vocal tone, voice inflection, and body language. They wouldn't say that because they are unaware of the belief and its impact in their lives. So I like to read the back of the card that has the functional belief on it. If there is a problem or a situation that is causing me tribulations or making my life uncomfortable, then I owe it to myself to speak up. I do not have to be afraid to speak up because it will make others uncomfortable or cause them to have to look at how they are behaving. If there is something that I feel is out of order or that is hurting me, I have an obligation to myself to address that issue. I can use wisdom in how I address it, but it needs to be addressed. If I'm not sure how to handle a situation with diplomacy, then I can ask for input from others. There are some situations that are so out of order, I can skip the diplomacy and get right to the point. My happiness and well-being depends on my willingness to confront situations and people when necessary. I will develop that skill. It is my responsibility. Now, I have an MBA and an MSW, and a lot of my clients are professionals. So I had people who asked me if I could develop a set of cards that talked about how these beliefs affect people in their professional lives, exactly how, specifically how they affect people professionally. Here's an example of one of my set. I have several set of 100 cards. So I'm in the editing stage of proofreading my cards, my professional cards, but I printed the back of Don't Make Waves so I could read that for you today. If there is a situation that needs to be addressed in the workplace that may cause a wave, it must be addressed. Most work-related problems are time-sensitive and cause collateral damage. For example, a project falling behind because one of the team members is frequently absent could affect the entire company. If the team leader is afraid to confront the always absent person, then it's a good chance this lie, don't make waves, is in play. A competitor may not have an always absent person on their product development team and make it to market first. This lie can make a supervisor promote someone who is not the best fit for the promotion. The lie will cause the supervisor to make a decision that will produce the least amount of waves with the least number of people, but that decision may not be in the best interest of the company. What's the answer? Admit that you suffer with this issue if you in fact have it. Identify the collaborating issues. What I mean by that is most issues collaborate with other issues, but I teach people about that when I do trainings or work with them individually. Perfect the deactivation code. The deactivation code is just usually 1 or 2 powerful sentences that you say to yourself to deactivate the belief when it's triggered. And practice addressing and confronting situations. So if you would like more information about my work, I can be reached at AnnesiaConsulting.com or info@AnnesiaConsulting.com. I'll put my contact information above with this post. I'll talk to you soon.